At that little baby, if that doesn't just pull at your heart, oh my goodness.
What did you do? What was that noise you did earlier?
It's like Katie Goodman's here from the Animal Defense League of Texas, and you're talking about a big event, and it's all has to do with cats because this is kitten season, right?
Absolutely. So we're putting on a 24-hour kitten feed-a-thon, and that is to just to educate the public on what kitten season is. So we are actually in the full swing of kitten season. That means we're getting a mass influx of kittens being born because of the warmer weather. That means a lot of them are also being abandoned, and the likelihood of you walking up on a bunch of, oh, I know it, a bunch of baby kittens is pretty likely.
This one is how old?
This one is 3 weeks old here.
And this is the bottle feeding, and go ahead, because he sounds like he's
it sounds like he's definitely hungry. So essentially what you would do, if you do find a little bottle baby, is you first want to assess, to watch and make sure if mom is going to come back. So watch them for 24 to 48 hours. But if it just so happens to where, mom doesn't come back and you have to go into bottle feeding, this is how you would do it. So you get a little bit of milk on the end of the bottle. Try to see if he'll take. Come on, I know you're hungry. There you go.
Aww.
There he goes. So he's ready to eat. And notice how as I'm feeding him, he's laying flat. He's chomping here, so he's struggling to get it going. But it looks like he's nestling there pretty good.
0 to 4 weeks is when they would
use
the bottle.
Exactly. And so it's possible that you'll find some babies even smaller than this to look like little kitty nuggets.
And if you were to foster, if you just love the little babies like this in the bottle feeding, you can foster babies at home like this, right?
Absolutely. If you just email us, foster@adltexas.org, or call us 210-655-1481. Extension 123. We give you everything you need to foster. So as you can see here, he has formula. Definitely heating pads are necessary. If you're going to feed a baby, always make sure they're warm. Most kittens die because their body temperature isn't high enough and because they can't control their sugar. So that's why we have to feed them so often, why we have to keep them warm all the time. He's struggling a little bit, but that's okay.
Is it best to keep them inside too, though? Because it's so hot outside now, you don't want to overheat them.
Absolutely. So if mama doesn't come back within 48 hours, then definitely bring him inside. And, something people always do is they try to give them tuna or cow's milk or puppy milk. Absolutely do not do that because you
just
can
whatever
kill
the Animal
them.
Defense League gives you to give them.
Yes, or you can go to Walmart and get this this brand of kitten formula, and it's just like feeding any other baby. You just follow directions on the back. Don't heat up the bottle. Just warm water, and that's it. That's all it takes.
Well, these little ones are not vaccinated yet, so we've got them at different ages, so we can't get them together right now. So that little baby, if you can take that one, Michelle, and you can bring this one in here, Ty. And this next guy is how old?
Yeah, so after the 4-week mark, they begin to start working on gruel food. So it's pretty much wet kitten food. We mix it with a little bit of water. Oh, this you can see, if you want to just hold on to him there. Yep, he is eating it up. And so the reason we mix it with water is because at this age, they don't quite know how to drink out of the water bowl, so it keeps them hydrated. But they are using the litter box at this age, which is very interesting. So, if you're looking for a low-maintenance pet, cats tend to be one of the most low-maintenance because they're potty trained right out the gate.
If you agree to foster, is there a certain amount of time that you have to keep them?
It all depends on the situation. We do ask you to keep them for maybe about 2 weeks. It helps them to just gain some trust with the people who are taking care of them, and you learn their habits, what they're like, things like that. So that's another thing, is if you find a baby, you can bring it to us, but our kennels are packed to the brim, so we may ask you to foster for about 2 weeks. But of course, we're going to give you everything you need in that situation. And then there's also animal care services.
And it is a lot of work. We did this one time, and I mean, they're up all night long. You got to do the feedings and everything.
And
then you get to the stage, and if you can come grab this one, Ty and Nicole, you can bring in the baby who is ready for adoption. You want to take his bowl over there, too.
I was going to say, I feel bad taking him away from his lunch.
Yeah. He's like,
so this little kitty is up for adoption, right?
Yeah, so this is Desi. Right at the 6-week mark is when they're typically heavy enough for us to spay and neuter them, to give them all their up-to-date vaccinations. Now, her immune system is still a little bit weak. She'll probably need one more vaccination, but she is ready to go home for adoption right now as we speak. And kittens are about $70 to take home, but if you look at everything we've just put into getting them to this point, it's really a pretty low price. And if you look at what it costs to maybe pick one up from a pet shop, that's significantly lower.
Okay, and the 24-hour event is, like you said, just to raise awareness coming up when?
Yeah, and so that's going to be June 7th, and the kickoff is at 9:30, but we're opening up to the public from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. And so you can come by, you can take tours, you can learn workshops.
Okay.
You can learn about all of this just in person, of how to feed kittens, what to do with them, all the details you would need, because really there's a lot more to it than
more
this.
information, 655-1481 is the number to call out there at the Animal Defense League. We'll be back.